For you as the insured, what you do is either you win through claim settlements or you win through profits distribution, which is surplus. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zainab Hamzat, a staff of Noor Takaful Insurance Limited. Majorly, I'm here to discuss what insurance is and how it has helped me so far. In the past, let me say about 2-3 years ago, saving is a kind of culture that people adopt, but then you don't do it religiously. You just try to take your money into a bank, and what you do is, after a while, let me save a little bit for some time. Then what I do is, if I need my money, let me go back to the bank and I'll just cash out. Majorly for insurance, what it does for you is it gives you a prudent lifestyle. For me, I took up an insurance plan some time ago, about a year now. I've been putting my money in insurance, and majorly it also generates a profit for you. It doesn't just end at you saving up. And for insurance, you have 3 elements that covers you. Majorly the savings aspect of it, the protection plan of insurance, and an investment. You're saving because you don't want to spend a part of your fund or your income that comes to you. So you're saving for the future. That is one. And secondly, when you talk about protection, insurance is majorly there to cover you and to protect you against any unfortunate occurrence. Take for instance, you have a life policy. A life policy covers you while anything happens. Take for instance a death or a disability per se. You don't have to necessarily be the one to benefit from this thing. Your family members or any person you choose as your beneficiary will definitely benefit from it. And looking at the investment aspect of it, okay, nothing happens, I've saved over a long period of time and I need to get my money at a particular period, say 2 years, 1 year. I don't get my capital alone. I'm entitled to something called a profit. I take up a year policy called ProSave. The ProSave is for a period of 1 year, 12 calendar month. I save at least a minimum of 10,000, 20,000 as my capacity can take. At the end of that 12 months, I'm entitled to a surplus in addition to my capital over the year. I take up an Edu Plus of 5 years on behalf of my children. Nothing happens to me. My children's finances are secured. At the end of 5 years, I get a profit in addition to my capital. If anything happens within the period of 5 years, say death or permanent disability, my children do not have to suffer for anything that has happened to me. Insurance is there to cover up for their educational plans. And then looking at the investment aspect of it as well, I've saved over a long period of time. Say you take up a flexi plan. A flexi plan is just for at least a period of 6 to 7 years. You take it up, you pay your premium, let's say monthly, quarterly, semi-annual or annually as you choose it. You get your capital in addition to your profits at the end of the 5 years, 6 years plan. We know majorly that for conventional insurances, it's a form of risk transfer mechanism. But then for Takaful, majorly Noor Takaful, what we do is risk sharing. What do I mean by risk sharing? A number of people come together to form a pool, and then in this pool, what we do majorly is everybody here shares a particular risk. You all put your contribution into a single fund, and in this fund, what we do is if a number of persons suffer a claim, from this fund we pick from it to settle those people that have suffered the claim. And however, from our investments, if we should invest this fund properly, we ought to get a profit back on this fund. And then from this profits, what we do is distribute it as a form of surplus to those that have not suffered any loss during the insurance period. With risk sharing, it's a win-win situation for both the insurer, that is the insurance company Noor Takaful, and for the insured, which we call participants here. For you as the insured, what you do is either you win through claim settlements or you win through profits distribution, which is surplus. So majorly what I will advise everybody is, do not just adopt the savings culture. Take up something called an insurance protection plan as well as our investment plan. If you take up this idea, I'm very sure you wouldn't regret it. As time goes on, I'm sure people will adopt this culture and it will go a long way in building our economy as a whole. Thank you for your time.